Hello, everyone. I am Magdala Ramirez, and I'm very, very happy to be with you today. It has been such a powerful time, and what it makes it so powerful, it's about letting go the shadow, letting go all these wrong beliefs that it has been installed for such a long time in the human being for many, many generations. Today, we want to talk about those and just question yourself, what is it and what's going on with you? I want you to understand one thing. A lot of the bad experiences in life, a lot of those wrong beliefs that it was installed through pain and suffering. So you remember those. That is why when you think about different time and spaces in your life, the good things in life, it can be fuzzy sometimes, and yet the bad experiences, the bad situations you remember so vivid in many ways because they are all these broken pieces that now we need to bring it back to you, the times that you give your power away. And it has been very intense in the school too with the people about what is it and what's going on with them about that shadow and how to be able to bring that light. Everything it has to do about that beautiful light that you are. Your true body, it's a body of light. You have always been alive and you are love. And through that part in yourself that knows how to do this, let's talk about these wrong beliefs and be able to bring that enlightenment and bring that truth. You also need to understand that there is a beautiful seed inside of you. It is a divine seed, a recognition that you are the children of God. And through that children of God, you're able to recognize truth. So I am calling upon that light on you in order to be able to comprehend these teachings that we want to bring in this time and space. So just take a moment and take a deep breath and answer that call. I'm calling you your true self. I am calling that light that you are to come and listen. Take a deep breath and let it go. So, what is it that it has been such a powerful journey in this time and space? You need to learn how to use your light body and understand your light body and recognize that light body. And when you go deep, deep inside of you, you can listen to that beautiful voice of the one that created you, bringing forward so many of those revelations. So I want you to observe truly what is going on deep inside of you and what is those wrong beliefs. Especially my focus will be about women because we have another set of wrong beliefs, even much more darker than the masculine. But let's do this. Okay. The belief system that God is some white male guy in the sky, that it is there to punish you if you do something and curse women with their moon time. Imagine that one. I know that it sounds absolutely ridiculous, and yet many people still think of God as male. And the truth is that God is not male or female, it's energy. such a big, beautiful, powerful, big, 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 much more of what you can conceive energy. Yet, that beautiful energy, it has very much those aspects that becomes one and the same. And the feminine is the one that it has been very much clouded by the system because it is a patriarchal system. So that's why we are bringing those teachings, the part that it was missing. And can we refer to God as she? Absolutely. You can. And just to see how do you feel in that understanding. Because God is not a white guy, no, sitting in the clouds punishing you. No one is punishing you. You punish yourself. No one is there to punish you or judge you. It is you, the one who judge yourself and punishing you because you think that you need some kind of punishment or judgment. And that is not true either. So every time that you're being so hard on yourself, stop. Think for a moment why you're being so hard on you. Who who was in your life being so strict with you in many ways? Can you drop it? So if you go through this shadow, that shadow make you do things and keep on creating that darkness and separation over and over again, and you do want to understand this in a light manner, and I want you to use that light that you are to really see these wrong beliefs. One of the big thing too in the school is how can you explain how many times you need to say to the people, you need to trust yourself when you have been trained for not to trust yourself. They told you that you were not trustworthy, especially being a woman. And this is a big network about it. So let's talk about that network and why in a world they come out with that one. They didn't tell you that you can actually communicate directly with the one that created you. You don't need anybody else but yourself. That's part of the wrong beliefs too. They tell you that you need a guy, a man, to be able to do that. That women are not spiritual enough, that they don't know. And this is such an old thing in that patriarchal system that it is very much ridiculous. Being a woman, oh my gosh, I mean, you have the power of life and death. You are the light giver. You're the one that it is enlightening your mind. Think for a second how powerful it is. It is through that feminine aspect of the brain where you are able to communicate with the one that created you. Look how powerful it is. Okay, let's continue. They told you that you were not trustworthy because nobody's perfect. That's what they say. And I want to ask you really deep into this one. A flower is perfect, but not you. A beautiful tree is perfect, but not you. Who is the one who says perfect and what it means perfect in the first place? What is it deep inside of you that you think in that way? You are perfect. Have you seen how, I am a mother. I have two biological daughters and many spiritual daughters. And oh my gosh, I think that, we always make this joke that their shit doesn't stink. We think that they are so absolutely perfect. So how can we as a mother think in that way? Imagine how it is the great mother. for all her children. She loves all her children, and she does recognize that divine seed because she put it in there. She thinks that human beings are beautiful and perfect. So when you think about these ideas of perfection, it was such an imposition from the patriarchal system. And if you're a woman, it goes back into your physical body. You're too skinny, you're too fat, you're too this, you're too that. And that is absolutely ridiculous. Because, again, your true body is a body of light and you're beautiful as you are. That is exactly how it meant to be. So I want you to truly think about it. What is this judgment that you have inside of yourself? You know, they told you that you're born with a sin. I mean, come on. Do you really think so? Sex is something that it is sinful about it. It's absolutely natural. You know, God doesn't have sex issues. You know, God never think about sex as an issue, and it is not. Yet it has been so absolutely profanated, this sex situations, and people in many cultures, they just don't want to talk about it because there is so much guilt and shame. And therefore, you cannot trust yourself. That's how people think. And it is not true. The truth is that God doesn't have sex issue. That was imposed by the patriarchal system because if you have guilt and shame, you're controllable, you're manipulable. You know, they will ask you to do whatever, and that's how you're going to go for it. Instead of you bringing your power back into you. They told you, oh my gosh, when you were growing up, you need a man. And everything that you do, everything is inclined about you need a man. And the truth is, you want to love a man, not a need a man. So this have created so much of that distortion because women, in many cases nowadays, they still feel trapped in a relationship that they feel absolutely bad. And everything has been about that need for the man. And it can be sexually, it can be financially, it can be in many cases because socially accepted is having a man. So if you don't have one, you think that something is wrong with you. And the truth is that you do have a male side as a woman. And that has to do with your way of living. What is that way of living? How do you relate with everyone else? Do you understand that all the relations are inside of you? Or you still think that relations are in the outside? They told you that you need to go in life looking for love, so you become a beggar of love. And every time that you beg for love, you feel so bad about yourself. And then here comes the mother saying, learn how to trust yourself. Well, first we need to clean that aspect of you. You don't need to beg for love because you are love. And that is such an important thing. If once you begin to get it will save so many of those distorted relations that you have been building for a long time, putting a face that it is not even you, and recognizing too, where are you and who are you instead of what other people wants you to be. What is it deep inside of you that you are able to connect with that force within yourself? They told you that you need to follow whatever somebody else's path it is. And it is not true because your path, only you can see it. It's a perception of reality. Not even your children, that you're very close to them. They cannot see it. Only you can see it because this is your path. And it is absolutely unique. Here is the thing. The mother has been saying for a long, long time that she has not come here to destroy any religion or tradition, but to consummate them. What does this mean? It means that in the very, very beginning, many religions and traditions, they were created as an expression of the one single knowledge. One knowledge, just different ways of expressing. And it's very powerful to see that one single knowledge means you don't need to become something that you're not. You know, I'm Maya Mexica, and I'm very, 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 very conscious about don't try to make people Maya Mexica because they will be a lousy one, because many of them, they're not, unless they are Maya Mexica, just like me. This is a different story. But it is not about that. It's about what is it in that ancient one single knowledge. So the mother is bringing these teachings for you to remember. It doesn't matter what is your roots. If you go deeper and deeper and deeper, you will find the same knowledge. Maybe different way of expressing it, but it is the same knowledge. So every part of this beautiful world have different ways of connecting with God, and they are all right. I want you to think about the animals. You know, I have wolves, and oh my gosh, you know, they have their rituals. They have all this system that they have, and it is so powerful to see that it is some kind of a ceremony that they do. If you see the elephants, oh my gosh, they are so ceremonial. What is it? It is a prayer that they do in some way or another. You know, every single creature, it does have a way to communicate with the one that created you. See the animals, see the birds. Each one have a way of, even the courting time. Who told them? Who showed them? It's beautiful to see that it is their tradition and their way. Everything in this world, it has to do about the union of polarities. Your male and female together means your feminine hemisphere and your masculine hemisphere working together. That is the divine marriage. You need to understand this first before you think that it is in the outside world. You know, the patriarchal system wanted you to think that everything is in that outside world, and it is not true. And I'm not talking in here about sexual preferences. You still will have your virtual reality and your other reality, making heaven on earth and earth on heaven. It is within your own self. Clearing all these wrong beliefs and more. I mean, you can come out with more. I mean, I'm trying to make radio talk not too long. So you will come out with many other wrong beliefs. Write it down and bring that light into it and present a truth. And then you're going to see how those wrong beliefs are going to begin to just flush away because they're not true. We're having Vision Quest very soon, and we are very, very excited about this. And I am so thankful for your emails, for your thoughts, and keep on sending to us. Yes, we do need donations. We need to work in the land, and there is many things that we need. So if you can do it, that will be beautiful. Download Messages from the Great Mother. That beautiful app, it is so powerful that you will have a synchronicity, just perfect synchronicity in your life of what is happening in that moment for you. You know, that message is unique for you only. Nobody has it but you. Think about that. And check on our website, magdalas.com. That is MAGDALAS.com. And get into the school. It is your time. It is the time for you to reach yourself, to understand yourself. We have many courses. We have teachings. We have many beautiful things that it is going on. Thank you for your work. Tlatzocomate, Tlatzocomate, Tlatzocomate. I am you. I am Magdala.